Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I am very excited to be checking out the most popular project on all of games, and in fact, the most popular project on all of Kickstarter. That is Riftlands and Guild Academies of Valeria. One new game, one new expansion, 2 reprints, all set in the Valeria Universe and all designed by Stan Kordonsk. By Daily Magic Games, it's already raised $46,000. It is going to happen. And this is a lot of stuff. This is an interesting thing to see. You don't always see it, especially not at the top, where it's like, hey, we got this new game, but then we also have this completely unrelated stuff, where it's like, oh, there's a new expansion to another game, and then there's a reprint of 2 other games. It just feels like you're kind of offloading merchandise at this point, which is fine. It's just an interesting sensation on the Kickstarter there. But it's already raised $46,000. I'm excited to check this one. Illustrated by the Miko. Why the quotes? Do we need the quotes? I assume that wasn't his real name. Anywho, as always, when you go to the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? I will say the picture is very clear. Here's the box. Here's the 2 expansions. Here's the reprint. But the main image itself, I mean, how else do you do this? You're trying to sell me 5 things at one time. I guess by showing them to me. You can't really mention a price. I guess by giving this one the respect it deserves, because this is the star of the show. This is just other crap that, yeah, I know it's part of your game line and blah, 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 but this is what people are here for. This is why you're on this Kickstarter right now. In theory, is the Guild Academies of Valeria. I don't feel that way yet, but I'd like to know the player count, the time length, the age of that. Yeah, it's on the side of the box, but I can't read that right there. Let's go. Minute, like it.
After a long life of valor, you aim to create the most prestigious Guild Academy Valeria has ever seen. One focused on the most motivated students, learned professors, and brave graduates who accomplish great deeds in your name. Each turn starts with a simple act, sending a steward to the town docks where arriving students wait to be chosen. From there, the tasks and actions that follow affect every aspect of your growing institution. You will add classrooms to your academy, hire faculty of great experience, and shepherd students through a varied education where they will become adept at gaining knowledge, earning resources for your academy, and completing daring quests. But ambition alone will not be enough to succeed. You will need to build relationships with the town's upper and lower councils by influencing ministers to gain favor, exploit rule-bending abilities, and acquire bonuses to elevate your prestige.
Right, gives me a little bit of a Kingsburg-esque vibe there. Good vibe to have.
Accomplish all of this, and your academy might just be among the greatest of the Guild Academies of Valeria.
Okay. Game itself, I'm interested. Looks fun. Looks good. I like the dice drafting where you place your workers there, or place the people there, draft the dice, building a school. It looks fun. It looks like a very cool game. Yeah, I feel like we didn't spend too long on the theme. We nicely transitioned to the board because I feel like the board definitely looked good. So I'd say, yeah, it looks good. Do I want it after the video? Yeah, I want it. I still don't know the player count, the time length, the age, but I like the general mechanisms that you're showing me. But Daily Magic Games, can you do it? Daily Magic Games is a designer-friendly and customer-focused publisher specializing in jalop! God, I hate when I see jalop in my backyard of board games. Focused publisher specializing in casual tabletop games that are easy to learn and play, yet layered with strategy and depth. So jalop marketing, I am just strictly, and I want to mention this, I am commenting specifically on if you let them handle your story and you just let them go and buck wild on their story, because they just don't get it when it comes to making an exciting story, aka all the text and pictures that we're about to look at right now. At least in my experience of doing probably like 50 jalop projects. So we had 3 new Valeria Universe games. So this was just 3 games as well. They just throw everything against the wall. This is Dark Swarm. Bringing cooperative play to Valeria Card Kingdom. So that's an expansion, I think. Yeah, that looks so jalopy right there. Did that one do jalop? Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. That reminds me of... I've seen some other companies do stuff like this, but I really do like this. I hope this is the wave of the future. I think that's fantastically done, because I can see that everyone, pretty much except for, California Warehouse, California Fulfillment. So California, that's Canada. That's Canada. So cool. People got their stuff, and I don't even have to click on anything. I already know. Great. People got their stuff. I will still click on the comments, make sure it's not a flaming dumpster fire, but I do love that right there. That was great. All right. Can you do it? I'm feeling comfortable so far. Let's make sure. Something new about Canadian shipping. All those cargoes on its way. Wow, that was a fast answer. Thanks. Received siege yesterday. Just had to do an inventory of the contents. Received my copy. So people have their stuff. Cool. Got things. Responsiveness in the comments. Great. So can you do it on the customer service? I feel good. Yes. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. We're off to a good start. How much is it? Hopefully we don't beat around the bush. We get straight to the price. That is not a thing Jalop likes to do at all, though. We think you're going to like this. Guild Academies of Valeria. Text about the game's theme. I'm very excited for players to get their hands on Guild Academies of Valeria. This game combines the fun of dice manipulation. Why are you telling me the what? From the designer? Not even from the publisher? Like, well, I played this and I absolutely knew I had to publish this game. Like, from the design. Yeah, I'll tell you that my game that I designed is a 10 out of 10 as well. Like, that's such a weird quote. I will say, though, the quote does its job, though. Die manipulation, tile laying, and the tactical presence of worker placement. So it does do I actually like that quote. I just feel like it's really odd to me that it's from the game designer. And hopefully get people, aside from the game, that looks great. I want to play that. That looks very great. And yeah, those Kingsburg vibes coming through, and I love that vibe. So we got, this looks almost more like a component list you'd see in the rule booklet, but it's here as like for the helping the pledge level to let you know what's all in the components. I like this. This is nice. I'd like to see it zoomed out though, I guess, because I'd like to know like more of what the cards look like and stuff like that. Be able to read some of the text in the cards. This one doesn't look like it has much. But I don't mind this. I feel like this is still better than what a lot of other people do sometimes, like not having anything. There's something incredibly satisfying about the tile placement in this game. It feels like I'm putting together an old jigsaw puzzle that I get to interact with. It feels like I'm putting together an old jigsaw puzzle that I get to... Hey, what'd you think about that new game, Forrest? I tell you what, it feels like I'm putting together an old jigsaw puzzle that I get to interact with. What? Are you okay? Like, I'm just, like, that quote. It's like, what? Who's convinced now? Is there a huge market for people? Like, I don't understand the quote. Like, because you get to interact with the... I don't even know. Place a steward at one of the docks, then draft a student die from your academy. We're talking about the gameplay here. That's great. Love it. But there's a lot of other stuff that I think is way more important. The price, the shipping, the videos. Is there a how to play video? Is there a gameplay video? Is there a solo gameplay video? Have we talked about the player count, the time length, and the age yet, Jalop? Like, seriously, do your effing job, Jalop. Like, this is a board game. I still don't know the player count, the time, like the age. You feel like all this other stuff is more important than that because they just don't get board games. Short and to the point, very well done. Give me an idea of what I am getting into. That video, I agree. I like the video. I didn't mind that at all. The ending was very abrupt, but hey, whatevs. Entirely unique from anything previously offered within the Valeria verse. Hey, of all the games, you know, like the 6 or 7 games that are in this universe, this one's different. That's not... Like, that's just saying something. Like, these quotes are just terrible. Dice drafting and tile placement in the Valeria verse, count me in. So, literally, that is mechanism and mechanism in the game world I like. Must be great. Let's talk to the people who bought Foundations of Gloomhaven on day 1. See if that's always the case. At the heart of the game is your academy and the students you shepherd through different classrooms so that they got the game, cool stuff, things. Yeah, whatever. A different and unique way. Now, I do want to mention one thing here. I was going to mention, this is actually why I didn't do a Kickstarter critique yesterday, and I did a new segment. I'm going to do a new segment every week for probably the next few months, because Kickstarter, if you don't browse it on a routine basis, is just absolutely dead right now. It is just... like, everything. And it's the same on GameFound. It's the same on BackerKit. Like, go try and find me something that I haven't covered on one of those. Like, next week, I'm doing something on a Chinese one. I'm going to go to a Chinese one. We're going to hit the translate button, and we're going to see what kind of Kickstarters they run. But anywho, back to this. I still don't know anything. Price, player count, time length, age. GAOV solo mode is smooth, and okay, now we're talking solo. I do like that. Is really easy to manage, which means you have lots of time. This is the developer. Which means you have lots of time to strategize and focus on your own game. You'll experience the full game against an opponent that will compete with you at every opportunity to keep on your toes. You know what I read there? I read every other time I've been on Kickstarter, and they've been like, yeah, the two-player game. It's designed from the ground up. It's great with the solo, and then it turns out to be just like, bleh. And I don't know if that's the case. I absolutely hope that's not the case. But when you tell me something from the developer, as opposed to literally any other, you could have put someone on there who I personally think is a shill in the media. And I'm not naming names or anything like that, but I'm just saying, you have those people, I have those people, we all have those people in all sorts of different avenues of, YouTube. Or whatever hobbies we're in. You're like, okay, that person's bought and paid for it, and that's fine. Good for them. But I would honestly rather see the quote from that person and with me having that mindset than from the co-developer, because anything that comes out of your mouth, yes, it's like when a coach... yeah, okay. There's just the highlights of the Guild Academies of Valeria. To get the in-depth of the game, you'll want to download the rule booklet in PDF and play solo on a game, group online, or Steam's tabletop simulator. Well, I'm glad we made this as tiny text as possible with no clickable links to what you want me to do. Oh, there they are. There they are. Cool. Damage does what it does best. Take familiar mechanics like dice drafting, tile placement, and engine building, and puts a really refreshing spin on them. From a game designer. Okay. So it has different feeling dice drafting, tile placement. Got it. Play 2 to 4. Play solo on tabletop. Download the rule booklet PDF. Cool. Here we go. Price, because this is 12 minutes in. Everything else I've seen before this was more important. Because when you put the price point this low, that's what you're essentially telling me, that everything else was more important than this. And I strongly disagree. $49 Guilds of Academies of Valeria. All those components you showed me, it felt like a mile ago. Yeah, okay. What's the price, though? $49. Yeah, that's a great price. All this, you're pulling all these teeth for $49? And this, once again, I honestly, why not put this on the marquee? $49. You're talking $11 less than MSRP? You know what? I know how to improve that main image. Bam, $49 right here. Then I don't know if you have room to put the prices on these, but maybe you don't even need them. Because to be honest with you, you have not mentioned these in any way, shape, or form so far in the Kickstarter, despite the fact that they take up 50% of the Kickstarter main image. More than that if you factor in the fact that we have to have all this dead space to make it words that are... I don't even remember the name of the word. It's like perpendicular or something. Okay. So the main image, definitely, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Just the new stuff, $79. So just the new stuff. This is a new game. Which means you're now going to start talking about the other stuff that you're going to sell me that we just kind of dropped and didn't talk about for 13 minutes. Got it. It's like when my wife gets mad at me and she's like, you just jumped from one conversation to the other, and we were having that conversation 15 minutes ago, and she gets so mad. I feel like that's what we did here. So I get it. Just the new stuff, $79. What's just the new stuff? Probably this. Probably this stuff. All in for Stan Kordonsky. So I'm going to guess that's the reprint with the 2 expansions with the new game. But since you didn't choose to put the pictures... Oh, no, it's not. Because there's a whole other shopping area in here, too. Wow. This is really clean and fun to navigate. Oh, my God. This is... Okay. Okay, so $49 for the game. Cool. That's a good price. I don't have issues with that. I just want to know the shipping now. Then just the new stuff, which is something else you're talking about, right? I think. You don't explain. You make me go over here, which once again, if I'm on iOS or on mobile, I can't just see that easily. I have to make it a separate click to do that. So hopefully, just the new stuff and all in for Stan Kordonsky will make much more sense the lower I scroll, but instead we're talking about Shadow Kings of Valeria Riftlands, and now we're theme, and then the game designer quote. Okay. So Riftlands was the expansion I always wanted to make. It brings a new dimension to Shadow Kings of Valeria. It builds on the original system while allowing players a whole new approach to winning the game. You know what? I actually kind of love that quote. So I should not just scoff immediately seeing the game designer, because that told me everything I needed to know about the game, because before you put 2 paragraphs of thematic blah. So cool. There's more stuff to the game, extra stuff. Granted, it's an expansion I kind of figured that. Sometimes I love about GAOV is the numerous paths you can take to victory. The Riftlands now present us with a whole new host of options to dominate your opponent and scoop up some cool new artwork along the way. So, okay. Asymmetric player overboard's cool. That's awesome. I love the asymmetric. I'm done with their quotes. I'm just done with them. I don't want to read any more of them. I will when we get to the next game or whatever the hell we're trying to sell here. So this is for one of the 2 expansions, correct? Is this just the new stuff? Oh, are the 2 expansions just the new stuff? I think I figured it out. Hey! I tell you what, I'm starting to speak jalop. All right. Whoa, so what? So this is having been lucky enough to play these games, I want both. Okay. But once again, I don't put that on Levi. I put that on them for putting the quote there. Like, some person wants both of these games. Okay, download the rule booklet, PDF, play solo, cool. And then, so now we get to the Riftlands. So what is this? This is something different. This is a new expansion. Because remember, there's 2 expansions. We're trying to piecemeal this together. So we know about the 1 new game. Oh, so there's 1 new expansion and then 2 reprints. So now we're going to get into 1 of the 2 reprints right here. KKK. Completely understand it. All right. So Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria. Wait, Riftlands. So this is the print run. So this is the this is the second edition of Riftlands, which is another game that we know absolutely nothing about. You can't even really see the box. This is it right there. I think. I don't know. This is the expansions only. If you already have the original game and you want the 2 expansions. Is that just the new stuff as well? Is there a $48 and a $49 pledge level? Because breathe. Just breathe. This is Jiminy Christmas. This is not great. Just the new stuff. $79. Oh, so this is in just the new stuff, as well as the everything Shadow Kingdoms. So everything Shadow Kingdoms comes with Riftlands. Because that's the game, right? Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria, Riftlands, right? This is the thing. This is the game, and there's 2 expansions, right? Because we got there's 2 reprints. There's a reprint. So there's going to be another game down here, another reprint, which is this one. Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria versus Shadow Kings of Valeria Riftlands. Okay, I don't know what this is. Oh, hey, a review. Why would we want to pull a quote from the most famous board game reviewer on the planet? I mean, why would we want to do that, Jalop? What did Tom have to say about it? Like, now I'm actually curious. Congratulations, you made
that fun plan.
I'm guessing
the artwork.
Seal of approval. So it's not a flaming dumpster fire. I wasn't expecting it to be a flaming dumpster fire, but the bottom line is, if this is a seal of approval, there is undoubtedly a quote you could pull from that. And it wouldn't be hard, Jalop. I know you don't want to take the time to do that, but it's like, scoop through the last 4 minutes of the video. I guarantee you Tom will say something nice about the game that you could put here that would mean more than nothing. This is one of the worst Kickstarter pages I have seen in quite some time, and I will say this right now. This is the worst Kickstarter page of any project I have ever seen that is #1 on the popularity chart. Like, oh my God, we're just starting the Christmas lull too. Like, January's not that great for launches either. Holy moly. So now we have Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria is included in these pledge levels. That's this game, right? I'm about to tap out. And this is the new, this is the reprint of the old expansions, right? I don't know. I don't know. All right, so we got shipping and taxes. Rise of Tide. So we do actually have shipping for all of the different pledge levels. I do appreciate that. We're mentioning the weight of the shipped products, which is fantastic. All right, so let's take a look. Let's just try and navigate our way through this. And I will say, I'm actually really excited to go into the pledge area over here because we are going to know exactly what is selling. Because typically, I would say that you absolutely should have just streamlined the snot out of this and just had the game and then add-ons. And maybe you say, oh, we also have these fantastic games that you love from this universe that you can get on add-ons, and poof. Or maybe you do, maybe, better yet, you run 2 Kickstarters, and you do one for the new expansion with the reprint, with the past expansion, instead, I don't know. But we'll see over here which ones are more popular. Let's see, because I would venture to guess that lumping them all together doesn't, I don't know. So premium print and play files, $16. They don't have a dollar pledge. You want to bet $1? Get the hell out of here. Rise of Titans. So shipping. So what is this? Oh, that's an expansion. That's one of the things that you're trying to sell me, and 0 people wanted it by itself, which once again leads me to the fact that that probably should have been an add-on. All right, so now we have Riftlands, the 2nd edition, which I don't feel like you really sold me, but 36 people said, I want that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the Riftlands. Good for them. They got the thing. Oddly enough, they didn't want the expansions, or maybe you could do it in after the fact. Ship it. Okay. So, what's the price of the game? What's the price of the game that I'm buying? What the hell is the name of it again? Oh my god. Guild Academies of Valeria. Guild Academies of Valeria. $16, and now I'm looking at a $65 game. Lucky they launched now. The lull may be helping them a lot. Yeah, I guarantee I would agree with that, because this, like, 2 months ago, you think this is going to be number 1 on popular? Hell no! This is so clunky. This feels like a launch title for a video game system. Riftlands, $35. So is this, what is this? This is the, okay, so so that was the 36.5 people, so this is expansions only. For the people who have Riftlands, who just want the 2 expansions. 18 backers, okay. Then we have Guild Academies of Valeria, the big reason why you're here! 43 people. You got a 50 print run there. Now there's going to be more, because there's going to be the Stan Orlovsky everything all in pledge. But, or maybe, oh, there's just the new stuff. Okay, so just the new stuff is just, okay, so that's going to, maybe that's it. Maybe that's probably where they scoop up all those diehard Valeria fans. I hope. Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria. So what is this? This is, why is there Guild Kingdom? What is Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria? Oh, that's a different game. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Here's heads up. Welcome back to
Alexa, stop! Whoa, she scared the like.
Check back soon for new decks.
Leave me alone. Oh my god. Sorry, my Alex A just freaked out. So $49, Shadow Kingdoms of Valeria, which is which one is that? Is that this one? I think that's that one. That's all the way hidden in the back. Well, that's good, because only one person wanted it. Once again, just, I feel like this is, I would love to talk to the people who paid Jalop to do this Kickstarter and know exactly how much of their fingers were in this pot, because to me it looks like a lot. Like, Shadow Kings of Valeria, 1 backer, just the new stuff. There it is, 301. That's it. So we have a print run of 300 and what, 20, 330, 340, something like that. That's not many. That's not many. Wait, everything's Shadow Kingdoms. Oh, so that's the other game. That's this game over here. Let's see how many people have paid for that. 16. Yeah, of course it's not going to be high. You didn't convince me at all to buy it. You slapped a picture on the front. You made me scroll through a bunch of other stuff about a completely unrelated game, except for the, hey, it's in the same universe. And then you confuse the living crap out of me about what the hell I'm buying. And all the while doing this just makes everything feel like a pre-order. It makes it feel like I could just get these after the fact. Because let's be quite frank, this is not enough money being raised to do a new game, a new expansion, and 2 reprints. 46 grand is not probably going to get that done and shipped out to people. You know, like, so it makes it feel like a pre-order. And then I say to myself, well, if it's I can wait, you know. Okay, all in for Stan Ordonsky. And then we have, okay, so there's 41. Good, good. So we're up to about a 500 print run of that game. Cool. And I would say getting to a 500 print run is fantastic. Congratulations. If that's all you were doing. But they're doing so much more here. And I just feel like it is to the detriment of the game. What's games? Fun again? God, I hate it. And the last time I did a Jalop project, it was actually a really good project, I recall correctly. And so this complete 180, it is just, ow. Is Rise of Titans something new? Hey, sorry we didn't do a good enough job explaining the thing we're trying to sell. Nope! If you are a backer of our original Shadow Kingdoms Valeria project, then you have Rise of Titans, so you don't need to get it again. Okay, the Riftlands rulebook link doesn't work. It was broken. I've got it fixed now. You don't have to... Okay. The Guild of Valeria rulebooklet PDF doesn't match some of the graphics shown in this project. Why can't you make the game reviews or playthrough videos? Thank you! Oh my gosh. So I will say kudos to Jalop. They did such a piss poor job on that gameplay, on that story. I totally forgot the fact there was no gameplay video. There was no media videos at all. There was no solo gameplay videos. There was no how to play videos. There wasn't even, oh, here's a stupid preview you don't really want videos. They snuck that one by me. Good on you, Jalop. Good on you. You did so many other things so poorly, I didn't notice that you did something that is absolutely 100% crucial. Which, once again, why would I expect Jalop to do that? We just finished developing on GAOV a week or so ago, and there's not been time to send it off to reviewers. I haven't had a date yet, but we'll be doing a live playthrough. Then you reach out to some of them, and you say, hey, I would like to pay you money to do a tabletop simulator. And you don't even have to do that, honestly. That's if you want somebody big. Otherwise, you just go to one of the places on the internet where all the board game reviewers are. Facebook. It's Facebook. It's not hard. And just post that. And you will quite literally have people chomping at the bits to do it. Because you're an established thing, and you'll probably send games after the fact. And when you're newer into the hobby, and you're reviewing and you're newer to the hobby, you just jump at stuff like that. I speaking from personal experience. Will this item bring French and German? Hell no. No. Oh, I thought they were talking about different in the rulebooks. Greetings, citizens and monsterkin of Valeria. You can always tell it's a good update when you have 0 comments. And this is extra glaring to me, and I want to point out exactly why. This is a universe game. This is the, third, fourth game in this universe, which would make me believe that there is a pre-established large fan base for this universe that would be excited about this entirely new game coming out that's not like anything else in the Valeria universe. Yet when I see this update and I see 0 comments, that means to me that you in no way, shape, or form engaged that audience. Wow, what a great day we're having. Your support for Riftlands and Guild Academies of Valeria has been tremendous. Thank you all. Let's take a look at a few questions that are coming up in the comments. This is FAQ stuff. Cool. I mean, what do I have to say about it? It's the FAQ. Part 2. Boogaloo. Yeah, way to get the crowd excited. No updates, no stretch goals either. Not necessary. No unlocks or stretch goals. But I always have it in my back of my mind. There's a fourth thing. It's not as important as the first 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? It's that fourth thing of why do I come back to the project? What's going to maintain my excitement or interest in this? You don't have to have it, but it's always good to help you keep on top of the popularity chart. Granted, it's a flaming dumpster fire right now, and as soon as that John D. Clare game and that AEG game off, it's gonna be rough. Hopefully we get to see some Kickstarter exclusives. Yeah, because hi Dean, we never do exclusives. Anything gets added to the project will be for sale on our website after one's been fulfilled. Damage doesn't do exclusives. If anything, give you a deal or throw in free or backing the project in infancy. I don't feel that. I did it to 49, but then when I got to the shipping, I was like, all right, it's just $65. That's MSRP. I don't feel like I'm getting a deal here, especially if this is a $50 game. Or a $60 game, for that matter. Would like to ask a couple questions about the GAOV expansions, and we'll be able to fill out the current base game expansions. So, yep, Jacob is correct. So, cool. They got people in here commenting. They're doing the good job on the customer service there. Final grade for this one. Oh, Nelly. Riftlands and Guild something. I don't care anymore. Do I want it? Yes. Scrub away everything else, literally everything else, and I go back to the video, and I remember when they pivot away from the theme, which blah, blah, blah,
experience,
into this, where they show me all these different layers of intricacy in this. God damn it, I don't know the time length on this! No, you didn't! No, you didn't. You don't go through the entire campaign. It did not tell me the time, like the age, of the player count. They didn't do it. I can't believe that Jalop would be that god-awful at their damn job. They would not mention the one thing that is quite literally listed on the side of every single competent game box in the history of games. But why would I expect anything more out of Jalop? No player length. Here you go. Here's an FAQ for you. How many players could play your game and for how long? Wow. I can't even believe that. A masterclass in how not to do a Kickstarter story. Yikes. Beautifully put. Do I want it though? Yeah, the game looks cool. Even if it's 2 to 4, I like the artwork a lot. I feel like the Miko and Stan Kordonsky deserve so much better. Like, I look at this game here and I say to myself, what if AEG had this game with this artwork, this gameplay, this mechanisms? What if any number of other companies, and I'm not even talking about huge Kickstarter companies. What about like middle of the road Kickstarter companies had this? I couldn't help but feel like it would be just better. So do I want it? Yes, I do. The game looks cool. I don't know diddly squat about the damn game, but yes. Can you do it? Yes, because I am under the influence that this is nothing more than a pre-order. No unlocks, no stretch goals, no focus. Like, oh yeah, hey, we got the game, the new game, but there's also this expansion to this other game, and then there's wait, is there expansion to the other game or is it to this one? I don't even know because you sold it so poorly. I think it's to the other one, and I don't even care anymore. I'm not giving you any more of my time. Do I want it? Yes, I still do, in spite of all that. Can you do it? You've done other stuff in the past, but realistically speaking, if you were actually planning on printing 1 new game, 1 new expansion, and 2 reprints with $46,000, I just don't see how that's going to work. So so can you do it? Yes, I believe you will get this. But if this got its plug pulled in 20 days, would I be surprised in any way, shape, or form? No. Because if this is not a pre-order, I don't see how they're going to do it. How much is it? Who knows? Like, you list the components, and then you just meander off. And then it's like, oh, here's the prices for stuff. And I didn't even, like, I remember I got here and I was like, wait, what's going on? And there's just so many pledge levels, and it could have just been streamlined so much, and just ugly. How much is it? At the end of the day, it's a $65, and it looks like a cool game. I guess it's Kickstarter reasonable. It's Kickstarter reasonable. So, final grade for this one. I felt like the story was just so terrible. I look at the main image, and it feels so unfocused. Like, you just throw in these other boxes. You don't mention the fact that you actually have a really good price point. And here's the other thing. We're piling on, so let's just get in the clown car and pile on. What are the rankings of these Valeria games? Because I know there's quite a few of them, right? It's like its own separate thing. 540, 1200, 1895. So these are pretty highly rated games. These are respectably rated games. Now, where's Riftlands? Where's that one? Shadow Kingdoms, is that it? Is that the reprint or something? Top 3,000, that's rock solid. I think that's it, isn't it? A top 1,200 strategy game of all time, with the whatever. I'm done. I'm done trying to do Jalop's job. They just disgust me. They do their job so freaking terribly, and it pisses me off because the Miko and Stan Kordonsky deserve better than this. I'm gonna go with a D minus. You gotta have the player length, the time count, and the age. Like, I would prefer if you had that on the marquee. But you don't. You not only don't have that, you don't even have that in the FAQ. I can't even search to find that. I can't even go to a media content creator video who, even if this was like their 6th video, would know in their brain that they need to mention those things. But Jalop, no, I can't be bothered with that. D minus. god awful. I hated this. This is one of my most disappointing Kickstarters. This Kickstarter was a huge yikes. Jalop strikes again. Yeah, they do. But as always, if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, because I promise you, if you do not like Jalop, you will not find anyone else on the internet who dislikes him more than me. Except for maybe all the companies who... Okay. But here's the thing. I actually have heard very solid things about Jalop. On some of the things they do. Anywho, I'm out of here. Jalop.